It's been a few minutes since we've seen you, man. How's it feeling to get back in there this week?
It feels good, man. You can see my energy in here. I'm really excited to be out here in Hidalgo, headlining the first card here, and man, I'm just happy and blessed to be able to fight. Man, my shoulders are really bad after the DS fight, and it just means the world to be healthy, to be coming in here and fighting a great opponent like Dustin, man.
How frustrating was it to have to work through an injury like that, and know that you want to be back in there a lot sooner than this?
It was extremely frustrating, man. Labrum and rotator cuff surgery. He went in there, he looked at my cuff, and he said it was bad. He said I had a hole in it, found a hole in my labrum. So it's been like years upon this, and the 3 months of recovery was really hard, a lot of rehab, and then I jumped right into a training camp, and it's been great ever since. So the frustration built, but then it came back up after, I got healthy.
Was that an injury that you felt was holding you back in previous fights?
Yeah, I think it was. I honestly do. I'm not using it as any excuse for any previous fights because I had no idea what was going on in my shoulders, but there was something going on. You could tell in my fights by watching it, and glad my doctor found it and fixed it.
How do you use that time off, and how did you grow as a fighter?
Body maintenance. Man, really taking care of my body. That time off was hard for me to sit in there and not be able to train, but, I took that time to be there for my teammates, be there helping these guys work out, trying to coach, just share my knowledge of what I have for them. And watching these young fighters in our gym grow, that just motivated me to get back in there and get ready.
And now you're going to go ahead and face Dustin Poirier. You guys ranked in the top 10, so just talk about, this fight. What does it mean?
It means everything. It means the world, man. This is pretty much a do or die fight for me. I have to go in here. I have to put in a great performance, and I can't walk away with an L. That's just not a question.
Why is that?
Possible reasons, financial reasons, cut and block reasons. Man, I can't. My plan coming in this promotion was to leave at the top of this promotion. So it's no question that I'm not going in there with an L. I'm coming out with the win on this one.
You think they have to realize that the two losses you had before this, the first one,
bullshit.
Come on,
yeah,
right?
Of course. Yeah, the first one, I don't know how they called that wrong. I defended like 8 of 8 takedowns. I dropped him a few times. He couldn't do anything, and they gave the decision to him. And then just bullshit. And the DS fight was too close to call it. But in that fight, I lost focus a little bit, and by the time I got it back, it was over with, and he was getting his hand raised. But we learned.
That said, it's been 18 months or so since you've had your hand raised. So how much of a motivating factor has that played in this camp itself?
A lot. It's a huge motivating factor. I love going in there and getting wins and putting on great performances. My last 2 fights might not have been the best, but the Benil fight I did enough to win. The Nate fight was wishy-washy, and now I'm back to the old me, man. Aggressive every second of that fight. I'm not taking any seconds off. I'm going in here, I'm going to kill, and my back's against the wall, man. I got to come in here, I got to be aggressive and dangerous.
How do you look at a couple days behind the fight? What is passing through your mind right now?
Absolutely nothing, man. I'm blank. I'm extremely blank-minded right now, man. All I do is strap on my gloves, I train, I go get my food, I get right back to sleep, I wake up, and I just repeat it. It's just a war. I have no thought of myself or any of this before my battle, and I'm just going to go in here and look to dominate.
Looking at the losses, do you look at those as a minor setback for a major comeback?
Of course, absolutely. They were huge setbacks, so they're going to come for a huge comeback on that. And that just means the world to me, man. Seeing Nate get this money that he's getting now all of a sudden, that should be me. That should have been my fight. But you live and you learn. Like I say, everybody gets their chance in this game to shock the world, but the only difference is when it's my turn, I'm going to crush it. I'm not just going to shock it.
A lot of people out here have never seen a UFC fight live. What does it mean to you guys to bring UFC down here? Does it mean it's the first time ever?
It's a blessing, man. I'm extremely grateful and privileged to be coming out here Hidalgo and putting on the first card. They're putting it on us to really show the fans down here what the UFC is all about and a main event, and I'm incredibly gracious for it.
Break Dustin down for us a little bit. I mean, he's obviously been on a pretty solid tear since he moved back up to 155.
Yeah, Dustin's a tough guy. He comes in there to bang, but who has he fought at 55? He hasn't fought anybody in the top 10. He hasn't fought any of the top guys in this division. He got knocked out by Conor and went to go run to 55 because he thought he had a better chance. This is the toughest division in the world for a reason. You don't just come in this division and think you're going to take over and be untouchable. You know, I'm not going to allow that to happen.
I mean, you're clearly the biggest name that he's fought since he's moved back up.
Absolutely, and I think I'm clearly not only the bigger name, but the best guy he's gonna fight since he's moved up. And I'm a dangerous opponent, especially right now. Like I said, man, my back's against the wall. I'm in a corner, and I got to fight to get out of this corner. And Dustin's in front of me.
I saw your striking. Your striking looked real good when you were warming up. You're in a southpaw position, landing a nice straight. Now Dustin Poirier, his striking is very accurate. He's a southpaw as well too. Has a nice straight left lead. Is that something you've been working on footwork? Because it's going to be both of you guys in a southpaw position.
Man, my footwork has always been a thing that I work on no matter what, no matter who I'm facing. Dustin's just like any other opponent, man. He comes in there, he throws big punches, and he tries to land them. He gets sloppy, and he leaves himself open at times, and I'm going to capitalize on him.
Hey, Mike, man, how do you feel about, I mean, I know you've done pretty big cards, but how do you feel, main eventing, Area 956, our first event really here at UFC big time?
It's I feel incredible, man. Like I said, all eyes are on me, and I can't slip up. Everybody's focused on the main event. They're focused on us, and it's my time to shine. Coming off of 2 losses, not that many people get main event fights right off the back like that. So I'm feeling really blessed and privileged that the company has that much faith in me, and they believe in me. So they're doing their job. Now I need to do my job.
Is there any Black Zillions American top team drama going on in this fight too? It's not getting talked about as much as we've heard in the past.
Yeah, it's not getting talked about that much because me and Dustin are a little bit more professional than what you've seen in the past with the Black Zillion ATT thing. It's not so much the fighters have any beef or any problem with it. It's just a rival gym, just like any other rivals. Like AKA or Jax's or anybody. Everybody's a competition out here.